guitar heroes. All right, today we're going to work on the movable blues scale. In the first lesson that hopefully you've seen already, we're doing the blues scale down here in the first 3 frets, and based on this E minor chord. And so just a little review. And I mentioned in that this scale is movable, and we can move it all over the neck, and we're going to use the big E string as our reference point for determining where we are in what key. So as an example, if the song is in E or E minor, well, guess what? We could be down in here, or we could be at the 12th fret. We could be down there if we wanted to be, or up here. But let's just say that we wanted to look at, in this case I played an extended scale in the A position, which is at the 5th fret of the big E. So that's kind of my reference note right there. And then we added the extension down here. So we've got all of this space that we can play with. We've got room for an extension. Remember, down here, we only had the extension down here. We didn't have, there's no place to go down here, right? Okay. But when we move up to the 5th, now we've got this spot. And if we went to G, which would be the 3rd, and we started there, you'd have also this part here. So exactly the same pattern as what we've done here, except instead of having open strings, you're gonna use your finger on those. So let's zoom in, and you can see a little bit more detail about how we can use this form down here and move this all over the neck. All right, well, let's review the E blues scale that's played up here. The first lesson, hopefully, if you've seen that of mine, we're right up here in the first 3 frets, and this is the way it goes if you remember. Open, open 1, open 1, 2, open 2, open 2, open 3, open 3. And then we learn the extension. So now we're going to go to the 5th fret. So you can see that this is a movable scale. We can move this all over the neck. So let's just try the 5th. That's usually the most common one. I think that in this pentatonic scale they call this position 1, because there's another multiple positions to play the same notes in different positions. But we're just going to stick with the blues scale now and be able to move that, and we're going to use our E chord, our E string here, to determine what chord or what key that we're going to be in. So remember, when we were playing up here, E minor, E, and G were the chords that kind of worked up here with this scale. Up here, it's going to be A minor, or A. Normally you want to play a minor scale over a major chord. So here's the basic scale at the 5th fret. Big E, 5th fret, little finger at the 8th fret. 5, 8, and then I'm on the next string, which is the A string. 5, 7, 5, 7. Next string, D string, 5, 7, next string, 5, 5, 7, B string, 5, 8, 5, 8 on the little E. Now, that pattern can be moved everywhere. So if we said, well, we want to do this in G, okay, great, now I'm at the 3rd fret. Well, what if I wanted to be in C? Okay, let's see. Let's start off. So open is E, 1 is F, 3 is G, 5 is A, 7 is B. Remember, only one step, half step, to go to a C. B and C is only a half, just like F and E. E, F, only a half. Everything else is a full. So I'm up here, G, A, B, C, 8th fret. And 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, I'm going to go 11. And then 8, 10. On the A, 8, 10 on the D, 8, 10 on the G, 8, 11 on the B, that's in C. And you can be way up here at the E. And guess what? We're at the 12th fret now, and so that means we're same as the open. So we can play that same scale here with the E minor. We can play that up here. So we take that same pattern, and now we're going to add the blue notes in there, which you heard a couple of them already. So start again, 5, 5th fret on the big E, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 8 on the E, 5, 7, but instead of going 5, 7, I'm going to do 5, 6, 7, and get that blue note in there. Here we go. You don't want to land on that one. You want to pass through. Then on the D string, we're just going to do another 5, 7. Then on the G string, here's our next blue note. 5, 7, 8, 9. Here's the blue note. 5, 7, 8 is the blue note. 9. And we come into our extension then. First extension now. So I'm on the 8th fret of the B string. 8, 10, 8, 10. And I can go to 12 too. Now we're going to go to the front end extension, which you haven't seen before, or at least not in my lessons anyway. And so instead of at the 5th, I'm going to go down to the 3rd. And I'm going to go 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, slide. 5, 7, in the wrong scale. So that first extension is very similar to the first one. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, 3, 5. And you can just slide if you want, or you can hit the blue note in there. And then once we get to the G string, then we can slide for our next extension. Or we can hit the blue note. 8-10 on the B, 8-10, and then 12. How about 10, 11, 12, 13, or 15? You can get to it. All right, so that's your extension and the scale, the movable blues scale that you can play basically in any key. So if someone was said, okay, well this song's going to be in G, then you could be playing in here. Or if they're going to play in A, you just move up 2. If they're going to play in B, you move up 2 more, 1 more for a C. If you want to play in D, you go up 2 more. Now we're at the 12th fret. And you can always check yourself. There's a D chord. Does that sound right? Like that. All right, you got a whole bunch to practice. Learn that blues scale all over the neck. Once you've got that down, the next logical thing is then to go to the 5 different positions. Now keep in mind, this is like an endless journey for scales, an endless journey. But the blues scale, I think, is the first one to start with. And I know it's going to be real helpful to learn each one of these positions, know where they are. Once you've got that down, then obviously you can move on to more complex scales and the individual scales for each one of the keys, which layers on a whole bunch more complications. So, but I think this is a good second start. Learn this scale up here first, and then start moving that thing around like we've been doing today. Okay, well, hope you got something out of this lesson. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.